with the internet buzzing that this bottle right here is going to be a solid contender of bottle of the year, even though it is a technical single barrel. We got to thank Bourbon King for a free raffle. Follow him on TikTok. Let's give it a try and see if it really is a true contender. This is the right pour.
And this is a Elijah Craig 15 year. So I got to go here and read it, but it's barrel 309. So anybody that's got 309, we can compare and contrast in the comments. But yeah, this one was actually bottled on 2/16/26. So she's kind of new, and it's also a shout out to my wife. It's 2 days near her birthday, so I gotta get them brownie points so I can get a chance because she might let me buy one. So
if you could find a 309, that'd be top tier.
That would be pretty cool. But
it was a weak pop even on the fresh pop. Granted, it sat in my mailbox for a little bit. Actually, no, it didn't. No, this one I grabbed right off the bat. I saw the UPS truck come, and I was like, yeah, ran out there and grabbed the motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, then he fresh pop didn't send a video to the group chat, our like friends group chat, and I'm like, you fucker, I wanted to open it with you.
I was too excited. I couldn't wait. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
So I already had this the other day.
I have not.
Loved it.
So on the nose. So have you ever been to Dollywood?
No.
So they have a cinnamon bread there.
Okay.
They have the whole place smells like it, and this smells. The nose smells.
Yeah, I'm getting that doughiness.
Kind of a cinnamon bread,
yeah.
like cinnamon bread of Dollywood. For anybody that's ever been there that might know,
that's a very distinct like aroma.
It smells.
I can kind of see like if you've been there how
it's
that could just
like in the air is of what it smells like there because it's a little ass bakery and it's near a couple of the rides. You walk down to the pavilion and stuff there. It's awesome, but
yeah, that does. Okay, so I get this like a faint cinnamon spice. I'm getting that doughiness. I'm getting a little. Oh, there's like a weird outside of the cinnamon. There's like a weird darker flavor on the aroma, and I say darker, like it's not dark chocolate, it's not like dark fruits, it's not charred oak. It's like
wait, you don't.
Because I'm getting the cinnamon, I'm getting the doughy, but there's like another deeper, darker flavor that I can't pinpoint what it is.
It's not
oaky. And speaking of oaky, that is one thing. So I've never had the Elijah Craig 18, and that's what a lot of people were saying. A lot of people were saying that it's over oaked.
And full transparency, I've never had the 18 actually. So I've had the opportunity to try it, but I just never got to it. So I've never had that one yet. So I wouldn't know. But we have had a lot of Elijah Craig products, though.
We're going to do a TikTok of that in a little bit. I have a sample.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got to find it. A lot of people are saying it's over oaked. At the time of this recording, we have not compared the 18 yet, but this one has like a balance of maybe it is an oak that I'm getting.
So one thing you say, I have seen them comments, but people say it's over oaked. But in my opinion, and this is what I've learned so far, the older that I get into it, the more that I get into this, is it's a single barrel.
Right.
So what they had.
Is the 18 a single barrel? I don't think the 18 is.
I think it is because the one that Donald's got, it's got a batch number in it. It's got like the bottle number, batch number, and everything on it.
Oh, so it might be a small batch, not a...
Or no, I might be wrong. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I said that wrong, but it's got... Either way, but what I'm saying is...
if it's a small batch, they may be trying to target that. If it is a single barrel, you're right, that is...
Oh, I meant like a lot numbers. Yeah. That's what I was meaning. But
okay.
but I'm saying that I think that they're all single barrels. So like unless you get the same barrel and stuff like that, you might have a hit or miss. It's kind of like what's the number one single barrel in the world?
Right, because for all we know, 308 barrels before this could have been ass. Like we don't know.
We don't know.
We just know what 309 is like.
Well, I want to see what 309 tastes like.
Yeah, let's go in for the taste. Definitely. I want to say a bland aroma. It's flavorful. It's there. It's got a couple flavors, but it's honestly better on the aroma than the rare character.
That was the video before that we filmed before this, but
the aroma's a little bit better.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more complex.
Yeah,
but we gotta see how it tastes. First word that comes to mind. Not even a flavor, just first word.
Really?
Crushable.
Menthol cigarette.
What the fuck did that come from?
This. You said first word that comes to mind?
That's two, but I'll give it to you. Okay. I was like, this is crushable. You're over here like, trailer park menthols.
Well,
Menthols.
my mama smoked a lot of it. That's what it reminds me of. But
In all fairness, I used to smoke menthols back. In all fairness, when I did smoke cigs, I did have my phase of menthols.
I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I'm talking about what you first get off of it, like your initial what it get off, what sparks your memory.
That is
Not
a new one.
Not in a bad way.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking about like in the air smell, in the air.
Not the smoky smell.
Yeah, I never smoked one.
Right.
Honest to God, I never smoked one. But I'm saying like that's just
That makes one of us.
Well, in a weird way, it reminds me of my mama.
Oh, hey, hey. If it reminds you of mama, that's definitely not a bad thing.
It's not, I'm not meaning it like in a negative way. I'm like honest to God, I mean negative. I'm just saying like you asked me, you said one word. Technically, I hit it with 2 words, but I'm kind of slow like that.
Well,
So
Lord, that took me by surprise.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
That was out of pocket.
That's the best part.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. What other flavors you? Because I'm getting at least like, if you're talking menthol, you're talking minty, and I am getting like a minty cinnamony herbal.
That's what I'm getting.
I'm getting that. So like I wasn't gonna say menthol cigarette, but I guess like back in my day in college, now I can fucking remember what menthols tasted like. Fuck.
But I'm not wrong though. That's the funny part.
Fuck.
It is extremely crushable.
Mm.
I actually get a heavy peanut. I do get a heavy peanut, which normally
weird.
I don't like that, and that's one thing I like. He can tell you, I can't. I hate Jim Beam products.
Not like Jim Beam at all.
I don't like Jim Beam. I'm not a fan, and genuinely, and I have like, I'm regretting actually saying on me and my wife's 25th anniversary, we got that Jim Beam bottle, and I'm like, we're gonna open it, and I'm like, fuck. So, but no,
it does have an off profile, not off-putting, off profile for Elijah Craig nutty like flavor.
It does.
I can kind of agree with that.
It does, and it's not a
and it is to me more peanutty.
Yeah,
it's very more on the peanut side than like other nutty like cashews or something like that or pecans. Like
it's 100% peanut.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's what I initially get. But initially I got that, but then on the back side of the palate, and that's when you asked me the question. I was like, oh, I'm gonna bust up the game. But
so
I genuinely,
you get a peanut dipped menthol cigarette.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not that bad. It's not like trailer trash bad. I mean, it's actually pretty good. I mean, it is crushable, but I mean, it's like
no one make that flavor as a cigarette, please, or as a cigar, or as a vape. Don't do that.
Like this bottle is like I'd refuse to pay taxes. Like it's awesome, and child support,
right? Oh my God, that is hot take on that.
Go ahead and try it again, and then tell me you don't get that.
I am getting the peanutty. And I'm getting like the minty. I could see where because I haven't smoked a fucking menthol in like 12 years, probably 13 years now. It's been a long time. I can see where you can get it, where like that reminds you of that very specific thing. Like I can see how that connection is made. To me, it's not as minty. It's more cinnamony, more herbal.
Well, you got to think, going back to the nose, I got cinnamon bread.
Yeah.
This bottle is literally just my childhood.
Yeah, it's Dollywood.
not in a bad way, but
it's good. And what I like about the 108 proof, easy to sip on.
Oh yeah.
And I think now I assume because these labels. So bottled and barrel number here are handwritten on, right? 54 proof or 54%, so 108 proof is stamped on here, built into the label. So I'm assuming they proof all these down to that proof. That's what I'm going to make that assumption here. So I'm guessing they're targeting, though they don't want to get in trouble with the Weller 107. So they're going to make it a 108, but I mean, like, so they're going after that very specific proof with a single barrel with a 15-year age statement. And I think it kind of shows how good a 15-year can actually be when it's still proof down.
Yeah, I can see that, and the funny thing is, it's funny you bring that up because I actually, was talking to a guy the other day about this same bottle, and we were talking about it, which is funny, I just remembered it, with how they proof it down because we were talking about it, and and to me, I kinda was like, "I want that raw from the bottle from the barrel,"
Hmm.
what we're getting, and I can see where your argument of explaining that, it does, it is worth, it is proof down, but it's pretty good for what it
But
is.
yeah, but it still packs flavor now. And if you, I don't know if you can still see in your glass too. I don't know if you drank too much of it.
Mhm.
It does have good oiliness to it.
Yeah, it does.
So even though they proofed it down, they didn't. I'm assuming, there's all assumptions. I'm not in the industry, and it doesn't specify. I'm assuming they did a non-chill filter. Age 15 years. Yeah, so it doesn't say that it's non-chill filtered, but I'm assuming with the amount of oils that are in here, it is at least non-chill filtered. Added some water, proofed it down as needed. So you're still getting that oily mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Not as much, in all fairness, not as
Yeah,
much.
yeah, it's
It's there.
you can definitely tell that there was something there, and you can tell that it has been proofed down, but it does have it packs a punch of flavors.
Yes.
Personally, I wish it would have been more,
I wonder
but
if you would, if I wonder if it was foolproof or not foolproof, if it was cap strength, whatever it may have been, 115, 120, 130, whatever it may have been. I wonder if you would have gotten less peanuttiness. I wonder if proofing
I've
it down kind of brought that flavor out because it softened it.
that's a pretty good take on that. Yeah, because I was all yeah, that I wonder if that would be a pretty good take on that
Because I think
because
that water may have softened it and brought out that flavor by chance,
yeah, I can
at
see
least for
that.
us.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But like I say, and we're also just a bunch of idiots that just do this for fun.
And just,
Um,
this is what we get on the nose or in the palate.
that's
You
what
know what
we
I mean?
get,
Like, you know,
this is what we
everyone's
get.
palate's different. There's,
Yeah, but
he got cigarettes.
I got the smell of
You
it,
get the
but
smell of menthol.
the smell of it, but not in a bad way, which I
Yeah.
know that's gonna be a busted.
Oh,
People's gonna think I'm stupid, but
I can't wait for that.
but
Can't wait
it
for the comments on that one.
yeah, well, go for it. I mean,
Yeah.
like I can argue it. I mean, but I'm not meaning in a bad way. I'm saying it brings up a memory of my
Yeah,
childhood.
but that's what I like is that bourbon brings up memories. It brings up different aromas, different flavors on the palate that remind you of different things. Where your brain connected a very distinct thing and was like, "This is a core memory that has been brought back."
Yeah, and that's one thing that I'm gonna start doing is like just be honest.
Yeah,
Well, what do you get? I mean, what does it remind you of? And that's what it reminds me of. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that's what it
yeah.
reminds me of.
And the fact that you said menthol cigarettes, I'm like, back in my fucking Volkswagen days, I used to smoke menthol cigarettes too, and it's like, I kind of see it. Where some people that never
Yeah.
like that don't know what a menthol is like is going to be like, "The fuck are you saying?"
Yeah, but the thing is though, watch this. Anybody that has this one I hear, they're gonna go. I get peanut, and they'll be like, "Damn it,
Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. This is a Jim Beam product now, not Elijah Craig.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is a unique one. Now, would you put this up as a bottle of the year?
No,
Okay.
no, no,
Because I
no.
know the internet is like,
No, I wouldn't. But the thing is, though, I want to see anybody that, and that's one thing I'd like. Please tell us and tell us in the comments. Is be
please
like,
do.
if you have one that's a different barrel, what do you get off of it? Like it.
Yeah.
Please just explain to us what you get off of it and why you like it.
Yes.
Not just because of
And
hype.
put what barrel number you have.
Yeah, yeah. Please put what barrel number it is because and because I want to know because this one we get peanutty, minty, kind of
Herbally,
mentholy,
yeah,
herbally,
herbally, yeah.
and that's what we're getting. It's not bad, but
It's
it is not no bourbon of the year.
no, and it's off profile for Elijah Craig.
Very much so.
I think it's off profile, which isn't a bad thing. It kind of
No, it's
it's like,
refreshing in the aspect of
yes,
It's because it now I do like that about it. I will fully support that because it's off profile to what they normally have been putting out, and I love what they normally been putting out. It's not a C923.
yep,
It's not any of this
which
other.
was
Abs-
ass.
it was absolutely delicious.
C923
C923.
ass
You didn't like it?
ass.
You're wrong for that.
No, it is overhyped as I don't give a shit. Overhyped
Yeah,
ass.
you're banned from Moonshine now.
That's
I'm
fine.
just kidding.
That's fine.
That's
Ass.
Donald's favorite bottle.
That's
But
fine. That's fine. I think it was overhyped as shit. It was not as good as everyone said it was.
I really think it was actually.
I don't think it was.
I've had it multiple times. I've had it multiple times sober and also absolutely
Actually,
blitzed.
somewhere down here I have one. And
You have one?
I don't know if it's a C923, but I have an Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Oh, well, no. Some of them aren't that good, but C923 really
No, it's not
really
that good. I did try it.
well, I got
I
something. I got
I
another one you need to try.
I feel like I have it. We'll look at
Either
this.
way, this is different from what they're normally putting out and what the normal profile and what everything they're getting off of.
Yep.
So I do like that in the idea of like, hey, you're definitely getting something different that's unique, but at the same time too, I'm gonna go off the other end. If you love Jim Beam stuff,
Probably gonna like this.
you're gonna like this one.
Honestly, yeah. If you do like Jim Beam stuff,
Or Booker's,
which oddly enough, Jim Beam right here. If
you did that on
if you do
purpose.
like, no, I did not, because I didn't get the peanutty on the fresh crack, to be honest. If you do like the Jim Beam stuff and you're not really a heavy Hill fan, this kind of bridges that gap of like,
Mhm.
maybe I should explore the Elijah Craig a little bit more. Do I still wish it was crack strength? Of course,
Mhm.
I'm always gonna say that.
That's what I hope so.
And like to preface that, I have the two most recent barrel proof rise from Elijah Craig down here somewhere in this fucking mess. And I think the 108 proof I think it's 108, but either way, A925, I think was better than A126. And it's a much lower proof. It's actually a 12-year, where the other one is an 11-year. But I think that barrel strength lower proof is just better. I think it's got a more profile, easier to sip. And sometimes that higher proof isn't always the way to go.
Which I can see that. Like,
And
yeah,
so-
you're right. I
and
mean,
so
you're right.
I think with them wanting to prove this down to the 108 proof is kind of embodying that higher age statement, easier to sip without losing flavor. I'm guessing that's what they're going
I can
for.
see that. What? You don't think it's just they're just trying to get more bottles out of it?
Hey, maybe they are. I don't know. I ain't no marketing expert here.
Either way, though,
But that's kind of what I feel like based off other products.
which I like your breakdown of that, because honestly, in terms of like I was like, oh, they just did just stretch it out and make it more. I can see what you're saying, where you can get, which to me, one of my bourbons of the year last year, it was 100 proof.
Right.
And I'm like, and I would have never thought that, but I'm talking about in a straight up, and I agree with you on that. Sometimes proof is not where it's at. If you can actually get past that, and actually, if something has a crushable aspect and the flavor profile is there, and it keeps wanting you coming back to it, that's where it's at. Now, for me personally, this one, it's kind of like I'm like 7.5 out of 10 for me right now. I mean, that's just one thing is, I do not like peanut. I absolutely cannot stand peanut.
Big facts.
And that's, I'll be the first one to tell you. But it is really, really good. I mean, it's good. It's good. But now it has actually done the opposite. I wouldn't want to source this barrel.
You want to source
I want to source another one to compare them, though.
Okay.
I would do that.
And I'm on board with that. But knowing the MSRP is around 150, are you gonna think twice about that, or are you gonna still be like, I'll get another one?
Genuinely, I actually would spend 150, just because I do want to compare and contrast. That's just because of I don't know, the bourbon guy in me now. I want to compare the two and see how they stack up.
So you don't think it's overpriced? Because I know a lot of people say 10 years or every year is $10.
Yeah.
So at 15-year, $150, it kind of meets that.
I feel like it's justified.
Okay, that's
I mean, full transparency is like I said, we're getting older in this. And we're learning a lot more about the industry and stuff like that. We're not in the industry, but we're learning a lot more in it.
Correct.
And I respect them in the fact of they had to pay federal taxes for 15 years on this.
Yeah.
Like, look, like $150 is justified in the aspect of that. I will agree on that. It's not overpriced in that. I mean, it's a 15-year, and it's a single barrel. I mean, and also too, we love single barrels.
We do. Because they can be good, they can be bad, they can be indifferent.
Yeah, and this is indifferent in my opinion.
I agree. I think the first sip, I was like, I can see this becoming a contender of the year. The more it may open up, I think the first sip, the first fresh crack, I was like super excited. I don't want to say I was biased towards it, but I was just like, damn, this is great. This is different. This is awesome. And I think now sitting back and exploring it, I'm like, there's things I'm picking apart a little bit more that I do and don't like about it. But I can't say I'm not going to take it out of contender of the year. But also, you're right, it's a single barrel thing. So like,
I don't
There's
I
300
genuinely
other barrels
yeah,
before
I
this
don't know
one.
how how that would even, in my opinion, I don't know how that falls under the bourbon of the year.
Yeah.
And we are absolutely huge single barrel. That's our heart is with single barrels, but we had to classify them in a whole other classification.
Yeah. Is it a
And
single barrel of the year? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. I mean that's kind of where it falls. Now to me, like even if it was, and I would even argue that on a standpoint of like if this legitimately was to win, if it even if it made top 50 of bourbon of the years, what barrel?
yeah,
You
what
know what I
barrel?
mean? So
Because
like
you'd
what
have to
barrel?
narrow it down because like at the end of the day, not to drag this on, is like we'd have to sit down and try every single
Single one of
barrel, say,
them.
okay, this one is the best and this one could be the contender, but that's 308 barrels prior to this one. And how many more after this one?
Well, then also too, not even that. That's just mine and your opinion.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to throw that out there and you know and get a bunch of other people's opinions. We're gonna throw it in blinds, figure out what comes out on top. What's your opinion of this? And
Yeah.
this, like, how do you even do that? Which you know, it's all personal preference of what we think of. You may
Mhm.
have this barrel and it might be the best thing you've ever bought in your life, and you know what? I congratulate you on it, and I'm grateful that you were able to get that.
Yep.
So that's the one thing you know we figured out is like we just do this for fun, but our opinion is it's good, but I don't think it's not going to rank in the bourbon of the year for me.
And I'm not gonna say that yet, but I can see why you say that. I'm gonna say is it's worth the 150 to source if you can and you can afford it and you want to source some different barrels, compare them because that's gonna ultimately be the best way to explore this whole 15-year this quote unquote project that they
Hmm.
did. But it is good. It is good. I like how it's off profile
Hmm.
from a typical Heaven Hill Elijah Craig product. I do like that. I like the fact that you actually like a peanutty like flavor. To be honest, I think that's a little different.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Like it's not overly peanut, but it's like it's there. I get that. I get that peanut.
Mhm.
It's there, but it's not overly there. But it's it's good. It doesn't linger as bad as most of the overly peanut stuff that I
Yeah,
don't like. But I do like the aspect of it, and maybe a biased opinion, but I do like how it is an off profile for Elijah Craig. So to
yeah,
me, it's like it's not it's against the grain. It's a bottle that's against the grain. So it's kind of it's the definition of a true single barrel.
exactly. So would you consider this a right pour?
Yeah, yeah. I consider barrel Elijah Craig 15 barrel number 309 is a right pour if you love Jim Beam products.
But not necessarily bottle of the year. So that's what we think of this one. Let us know what bottle or what barrel you were able to find, what you think of it. And until next time, cheers, y'all.